How'd that one feel, man, to get back on track?
Felt great. You know, them boys shed blood, sweat, and tears, and they deserve it. You know, all of us deserve it. I talked to the team. Coach allowed me to talk to the team Thursday, and I told them, let's just trust each other, trust the process, trust the fundamentals, and go out there and execute.
What was the reaction like from the team after last week's disappointing showing in Notre Dame?
We was hungry. You know, we tired of coming up short. You know, it's just at the end of the day, we got to lean on each other, trust the process, trust the coaching, and go out there, play for each other, play hard.
First half, I mean, obviously it was a close game. The second half, what'd you guys do to kind of pull away there?
Oh, we knew they was going to break. You know, our mindset and our ability is to oppose the run game, you know, oppose our will on teams, and that's what happened. It's going to take 4 quarters, and that's what it took.
Spencer likes to say a lot, the toughest team wins. How true was that tonight?
You seen it for yourself. You know, downhill runs, physical. You know, O-line was hungry, running backs was hungry, receivers was hungry. Coach put the ball in our hands. We went out there and played physical.
Much is a part of the ground game sometimes, Sire. I mean, you guys kind of chip away, and then finally in the second half, you guys did break a few. But how important is it to stay with it until you get to that point where you can break them down?
Oh, Coach James Montgomery always told us, you know, efficient to explosive. You knew we're going to take 5 yards, we're going to take 4 yards, and then later on we knew that them 5-4 is going to turn to 10, 11. Them 10, 11 going to turn to 20, 30, and it's going to keep going from there.
How much of a rhythm do you feel like you and Dylan are, you know, with your guys' workload together?
That we've been doing that. We've been doing that since we was kids. We've been doing that since high school. My job is to go in there, break them down. His job is to go in there and finish.
Most of the games this season, it's looked like a split-up committee backfield, but today you had a huge role. Can you tell me what that means to you?
I'm sorry. Can you say it one more time, brother?
For most of the games this season, it's been pretty much kind of a committee backfield, but today you had a huge role. Like, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, it just means that, like, the coach trusts the ball in my hands, and I'm just grateful to go out there and do what I can do for this team. You know, like, I'm a team-first player, and I just know that every time I step foot on that field, it's 100% effort for the team.
What can you say about your defense tonight? I mean, getting those 2 early turnovers, and obviously, you know, that they kind of did a really good job for you guys.
Oh, that's our defense, man. They always show up and show out. You know, them boys play fast, they play physical, and they play together. And Coach Chins, he do a great job with the defense, starting with the defensive front to the secondary. You know, we just came together tonight, and they just came out early, swinging early.
You guys were really aggressive on 4th down tonight, 6 of 7. Just how much do you like it when you get to that 4th down situation and the coaches say, all right, let's go for it?
I love it. Keep us on the field, Coach. Keep us on the field. Put the ball in our hands. O-line know what time it is. The stadium know what time it is. Let's go get 1 yard.
What was working well in those situations tonight?
Physical and trust.
What stands out about Ben Ford to you?
Ben Ford, he's special. Ever since I've been here, he's just been doing the special things. Like, I call him Mr. Consistent. I just know that every time we put the ball in his hands, he's reliable, and I know he's going to come down and catch with it. I love Ben Ford.
I mean, he's an Idaho kid and all that he's been through, and he's got 5 touchdowns on the Blue this year. Like,
he deserves it. He deserves it. Out of all of us, he deserves it. You know, he battled through injuries. You know, he just keeps showing his heart on his team and his love for this team, and he just went out there and been special.
You know, being undefeated in Mountain West play, and obviously that's a big goal for you guys. I mean, that not to say make it easier after the Notre Dame loss, but just kind of refocusing in, knowing what's the goal's still in front of you, and trying to take care of business in conference play. I mean, was that kind of the mindset coming into tonight?
Yeah, just one game at a time. Next play mentality. You know, that game's behind us. It only grown us. You know, it only brings us together, and we understand what's all in front of us. You know, we got everything in front of us, so we ain't gonna shy our head over no loss. We're just gonna come together and come back stronger.
You guys tied for the nation's longest home field winning streak tonight, 15 home wins in a row. Sellout crowd. I mean, just what's it like playing at home? And I don't know if you ever lost at home, I guess, but I mean, just what's it like in terms of just trying to knowing you're going to have this crowd behind you and how hard it is for the other team?
Man, I love Bronco Nation. Every time I step on the field, it's electrifying. And Coach D always mentioned us, like, protect the blue. You know, it's not even just protect the blue for this team, but for people who went through this program, people who played in this program. We protect the blue by all costs. Anybody who walks on the blue, we got to handle it.
That it?
Thanks, Sire.
Sir, thank you, guys. Thank you.
I'll tell you.
were saying about
Right. If there was video of McCoy.
First off, I want to give a shout-out to Cody Gogler. It's his birthday tonight, and I want all Bronco Nation to make sure they love him up. I'm just going to clap it up for Cody right now as I stare at him. Man. Happy birthday, Cody. Big deal. But no, just, man, thank you, Jesus, for the victory. So blessed to coach this team. And we talked to our team on Friday about the parable of the talents. And really in a synopsis, it teaches you a lot about life because whatever you've been given, you got to use that to the fullest. Don't waste it. And that could be talent, that could be ability, that could be whatever you're given. Don't waste it. That was my message to our team. Like, you've been given so much, so blessed to be here. So many talented football players in this building, so many talented coaches. Don't waste it. Use it, grow it every single day. Don't waste it. Don't live with regret. And I believe our team is growing. There's still a lot of things, as we well know, and I'm sure questions are coming here shortly, that we need to improve in. And we don't run from that. Never run from the mistakes. We're no different in a win versus a loss. It's all the same. We got to find ways to keep learning, grow, and start with me. But I am proud of our team battling. It's hard to win. It is hard to win, and I'm proud of our guys battling. New Mexico's a really good football team. Really, Coach Jason X did a really good job this year. Brought in some really good players. They're hard to defend. They do a good job defensively with a lot of their movement. Obviously, they had a huge play tonight on special teams, and they've been able to do that this season. So New Mexico's a good football team, but proud of our guys finding a way to win. Proud of us having a much better second half than we've shown in the previous games that we've lost. So proud of our guys finding a way to finish. Proud of us doing a good job in the fourth quarter. They're one of the top fourth quarter teams in the country. We are not, but we were better tonight. And so that's tough to build. And obviously, we'll talk about some of the negatives here in a little bit, but really proud of our defense. They had to deal with a lot tonight, a lot of personnel groupings, trick plays, run the football, all that. And they responded really, really well. There's obviously some things to clean up, but they tackle better, really good on third down. We're able to get after the quarterback. Those are foundational things for us. Braxton Feely continues to be one of the better D linemen in the country. Ty Benefield's relentless finding the football. Amari McCoy had a big interception. Jayden Virgin Morgan obviously played really well. Had a personal foul that cannot happen. And watching the film, I see why it is, but we can't respond to those things. That's on us. That's a discipline issue that we got to get fixed. That's why we pulled him out immediately after that, but he played really, really hard. Marco Notarini always plays hard. Jayden Mickey had a really good night. So I think overall our defense did some really good things. I'm proud of them. Offensively, if we take away the self-inflicted negatives, obviously there's a bunch of false starts on there. And that's something we're going to continue to look at, continue to have conversations, continue to find ways to rep it better in practice because that's what we control. We don't live in mythological world. We got to control it in meetings and practice, and something we're missing because we got great kids. And I've heard people, well, you're going to pull, like, we got who we got. And that we have more than enough. We just got to keep growing them to where we don't have some of these self-inflicted negatives. And we got to make sure we win first down, right? You see the drives that we did sputter offensively. We didn't win first down. We got to be more efficient there, but proud of our offense finding a way. We went for it on fourth down 7 times, and we found a way to win 6 of those. That's huge. Huge for our offense to be able to continue to move the ball. Maddox did some good things. Our O-line was able to wear their defense out later in the game. Ben Ford had a huge night. That's earned and deserved. He's a warrior. Our receivers were blocking their tail off. Chris Marshall had some big catches. I'm just proud of our guys battling on offense. Obviously, special teams-wise, that kickoff to the house can't happen. What happened is the guys on there assumed we were kicking it out. And even though we talk about as coaches, don't assume, run through the end zone, some of our players, we assumed. And we got to fix that. We got to make sure that doesn't happen. And right now, men learn through pain, and we went through a really painful moment on that blue. And we can't let that happen again. And so we got to work to fix it. That play where we fumbled the snap and found a way where Oscar Doyle threw it to Grizz, I would love to say that was a play call. It was not. It was our players adapting to fire drill, which we work every Thursday if we do muff a snap. And thank you, Jesus, for the touchdown. And it was a moment that I probably won't forget in a long time. But proud of our guys battle tonight, a lot to clean up, a lot of things to grow in. Obviously, a huge game coming on the blue next weekend that we got to be ready for.
You mentioned the defense, to get that turnover on the first play. And I know you only got a field goal out of that, but then next possession, another turnover. I mean, just what can you say about the defense?
They were relentless tonight, BJ. And I've seen our defense really grow throughout this entire season. I really have. And by no means perfect, but they're growing. They're consistent. And that's one of the first things Coach Eck told me when I see him. He's like, Coach, that defense is elite. Right? I respect Coach Eck. Right? I appreciate him saying that. And our players, when they play in the schemes, they play discipline, they play relentless, they play with mentality. I do believe in our defense. Right? Defensively, though, if you do have laps, it hurts you. and you can't take points off the board. So we still got a lot of meat on the bone there with our defense, but proud of our guys stepping up and playing really well.
Starts, it seemed like in the first half New Mexico was getting some more defenders in the backfield, tackles for losses, sacks. Like, what do you think, as far as the offensive line was concerned, were some of the things that maybe weren't all there tonight?
Yeah, we got to win our one-on-ones. We got to make sure in regards to our IDs and the physicality we play with. They did a really good job with their movement up front, but we knew that going in. That's what they do on film, and we didn't handle it great throughout the game. So it's going to be no different. Everybody we play, guys are going to slant, they're going to move, they're going to pressure, and we got to handle it better.
Among your sayings, your many sayings is the toughest team always wins. How tough was this team tonight, and what do you guys have to do to really pull it out in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, proud of our team, man. I mean, like I said, championship teams find a way to win. It's hard. And, I mean, I was even watching the UNLV game a little bit before our game, right? They're down in the fourth quarter. They find a way to win because they're a really good football team. And I'm proud of our team tonight. I mean, it was the start of that game was a lot going on, right? We had a couple turnovers. Weren't able to get touchdowns out of them. Then the kickoff to the house. There's just a lot of stuff. And we had to – and self-inflicted. And we got to find a way to make that better. But our guys found a way to win. And it's hard. We'll never – I mean, winning is hard. You see it across college football. Week to week, winning is hard, and I'm proud of our guys finding a way to win. Obviously, we got to continue to improve and grow. We've played 6 games. We've learned a lot.
It seemed like from Notre Dame to this is Jack Glenn was under so much pressure all game. That defensive line was able to get home so often tonight. What contributed to that, and then what's that like for you as a coach to see that success follow through on the field in Mountain West camp?
Yeah, I'm proud of our defensive front, and you know Coach Schnander, he'll blitz anybody. And so it's not just the defensive front, but our defensive front did a really good job. They practiced Braxton Feely, we're trying to find new braces for him so he can practice. I mean, he's a warrior. Jayden Virgin Morgan, same, right? Across our board, Max Steed, same, like warrior. It's hard. I mean, how we play defense and in the defensive front, that's a battle, and our guys battle to continue to grow and improve, and they did some really good things tonight, and so we need every bit of that.
You talked about the fourth downs, going for it 7 times. Was that a point of emphasis this week with Nate Potter and the staff that you guys were going to be more aggressive on 4th down?
We're always going to be aggressive. I mean, that's mentality we have here in all 3 phases. We want to be aggressive. We want to be on the attack. It just was the situations we were in tonight. And every game is going to be different. There's some games we won't go for it at all on 4th down. It just depends on the game, depends on the situation, and we needed every bit of those tonight.
The running game tonight, I know you wanted to establish the run, get that going. First half, 30 carries for 53 yards. Yeah. I mean, second half was a little better. Overall, what did you think of the running game?
Yeah, just was inconsistent tonight, BJ. Inconsistent. I mean, I don't remember what drive, maybe second to last drive. It felt like we were starting to wear them out, starting to get those 6-yard gains, 8-yard gains. But we got to be way more efficient. We had too many TFLs on 1st and 10, so we're playing 2nd and 11. We got and like I said, stuff we practice. We just got to continue to make sure we make our plays, make our blocks, because that's a mentality for us. We have to be able to run the football, and it just wasn't consistent enough tonight.
They had 10 tackles for loss in the first half. I mean,
yeah.
How hard is that to move the ball and put up points when 10 negative plays?
Yeah, 10 negative plays. I mean, you throw the penalties on top of that too. That's just putting you behind in every situation. And no offense is built to win 3rd and long consistently. That's just not what you want to be in offensively. And with the TFLs, with the penalties, we were playing from behind in a lot of those drives, and that's why we ended up having to go for it on more 4th downs to try and get stuff going. But we got to win 1st down. We got to be efficient. We made a lot of plays to score the points and win the game we needed, but we got to be a lot more efficient, especially in the first half.
Me through the fake field goal for a touchdown. Was that a design play?
I would love to sit here and tell you it was. It absolutely was not. We fumbled the snap, and every week we call it fire, and it's everybody around the country I think calls it fire drill, where if you fumble the snap, all your eligibles just make a beeline for the goal line. We do it every Thursday. It's something you kind of, I'll be honest with you, just kind of work through just in case. And it happened. And old Oscar Doyle, man, found a way to find old Troy Grizzle in the end zone, and absolutely not called. Absolutely great job by our players, and I give God all the glory for that one.
First career pass for Oscar, first career reception for Troy. Just how special of a moment is that for those guys?
Yeah, you saw our sideline. They erupted. Because, I mean, they're great kids. I mean, Oscar Doyle's a great addition. His family's in town from Australia, too, watching him. I think the first game they've been able to see. And Troy Grizzle, I mean, a guy that battles on scout team, has some packages on offense, obviously is on our field goal unit, and him scoring was awesome.
With the offensive line, Spencer, was there something you said, an adjustment at half-time? Because again, 10 TFLs, 4 sacks, and then second half, just 1 TFL.
Yeah.
Was it something you did, something you changed? What was that?
Yeah, with our defensive front, I mean, our guys were relentless. And just like anything, when you start getting a lead, then that puts you in a situation where you can go attack the quarterback a lot more. When it's a one-score game or you're down, which we've been in this season, it's really hard to be able to pin your ears back and go get the quarterback. So our guys were relentless. They were unfazed tonight. And even after the kickoff to the house or the scoring touchdown drive they had, I'm proud of our defense. I'm proud of our coaches. I thought the game plan was really, really good. Proud of our coaches putting that together. And our guys were relentless tonight.
The level starts. Cage got one, which obviously he doesn't ever get that. How much of it is communication versus cadence, and how do you attempt to fix that?
Yeah, obviously we got to keep looking at it. We had way too many tonight. Cage, one of them. We had obviously multiple players on our offensive line that had false starts. So we got to keep looking at it. We got to find a way to fix it. It's obviously been a point of emphasis, but we have to do a better job as coaches. And then our players got to continue to grow in that spot, because that can't happen.
3-0 in the turnover battle. Did you do anything on both sides of the ball just to fix those issues?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Notre Dame, right? We were -4, all these things, but winning the turnover battle, winning the explosive play battle, those are the biggest stats to winning football games. And something we talk about every week. Every week, we got to find ways to protect the football on offense. Got to find a way to take it away on defense. And so our guys did a really good job in practice. And that's a message. Real men learn through pain. We've been through a lot of pain, right? Sometimes it's wins. There's painful moments tonight in that game, even though we won. We've got to learn from it. And I really believe our team did. We protect the football on offense, even with some of the conditions, and our defense took the ball away tonight.
What do you like about the execution on those 4th down plays?
Yeah, I mean, those are critical downs, as we well know. And our guys executed, and we had to do it a lot. Obviously, we don't want to always be in that situation. That's winning 1st and 2nd down, 3rd down, to not have to have 4th down, but I'm proud of our players executing.
Obviously, a lot of talk about Maddox Madsen this week. What do you think? How do you think he played?
Without watching the film, I thought he played really good, BJ. I thought obviously there's going to be things, even just off the top of my head, that I know he can do better, but he was consistent. He's a warrior, right? Rain, things not going good, false starts, all this, and everybody's going to look at number 4. How he handles it, what he does. If the offense isn't going good, the first finger is going to him. And he's a warrior, man. He's relentless. He's a leader of this team. And I'm proud of how he bowed. And I thought he played really well tonight.
Your phrasing of these men learn from pain is really interesting to me. I'm wondering if you could expand on that and maybe touch on how the sentiment on the team is changing after last week's loss.
Good question. Yeah, I talked to our team a lot about this, because when you're a child, and I have little kids, painful moments will happen. Hey, don't touch that, it's hot. But when you're a kid, you'll touch it, you'll probably bring your feet, but you might still touch it just because it's hard for you to learn when you're a child. As you become a man, you have to learn through pain. It's not always just physical pain. What we're talking about is obviously painful moments in football, obviously life included. And real men, you learn from it. So whatever brought about a painful experience, not playing well, not doing something you should, you got to learn and figure out why that happened so I can be better and not let that pain happen again. And that's what you always try to do as a coach. No different. We've had same conversation last year, even with winning football games, because you have to learn throughout a game. The best teams learn the most all the time, but even after wins, you got to learn a lot. And there's a lot of things we got to learn even after this win.
Spencer, 15 straight wins for you guys at home. It's the ties the longest winning streak in college football at the moment for games at home. Why is that such an important part of your guys' culture and what you try to build here?
Yeah, Jay, I mean, we put a premium on protecting the blue. Put a premium on it. I mean, Bronco Nation tonight, a late start, rain, all that, Bronco Nation was still elite. Loud, there the whole game. We have the best fan base in the country, and it matters to me. It matters to our team. They find a way to save their money, pay for tickets, go to see us play in Notre Dame, sell out our stadium every single week, no matter kickoff time, weather. Bronco Nation's there. That does not happen everywhere. I'm so blessed to be a part of that. I'm so grateful for Bronco Nation. And I make sure I talk about their team all the time, like, how do you want this to go? Because there's 30-some thousand people in those stands that are sacrificing to watch you. What do you want them to think about? And I really believe our team understands that, right? The best teams also find a way to win at home. It's not like there's some magic out there, but I do believe in Bronco Nation, man. I'm so proud of them, and we got to keep stacking those wins.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Good?
How big was it to get that takeaway on the first play of the game and kind of set the tone there? And what do you think overall how you guys played?
Yeah, I think that was a big momentum for us. It was being able to really just start the game fast like we've been wanting to do all season. So being able to put that into play is amazing for sure.
How about some of the late downs, third and fourth down? You guys did a really good job getting off the field, time of possession, heavily slanted for Boise State. Like, how big was it just to get the ball back to the offense and kind of you guys were really not allowing New Mexico to generate any momentum offensively themselves?
Yeah, I think that was a huge impact. I think that made a huge impact on the game. Just being able to really get off the field on third down as well as fourth down, those big fourth down stops really helped the momentum towards us.
3-point lead going into the fourth quarter. Just kind of what was the mentality of this team over the final 15 minutes?
Just to finish, that's one thing that New Mexico was known for, is being a really good fourth quarter team. So being able to finish this game was one of the most important things this week.
How good did that feel to be able to get to the quarterback this week? I know Notre Dame was tough, but you guys were in the backfield all night, it seemed like.
It was amazing. I mean, just being able to really put the work that we put in through the week into the game it's a great feeling for sure.
The offense going out there and scoring so many points and going for it on fourth down, how does that affect and change the pace of what you guys execute on defense?
Can you restate that question, please?
With the offense going out there and scoring so many points and like playing a huge part in like running up the scoreboard, how does that change the pace of how you guys execute on defense?
Yeah, I think it just helps us have the momentum, and I think it gives being able to go hand in hand with the offense and be able to get them the ball back and then be able to get onto the scoreboard is very important for us for sure.
3 turnovers after none last week. Do you guys feel like you were doing anything differently?
I think we were just attacking the ball. We were doing a much better job at attacking the ball and getting to the ball every play, and I think that helped us out a lot for sure.
How much did that first getting the turnover on the very first play of the game, how did that really set the tone for you guys?
I think it helped us start really fast, and it was just it showed that we came to play today for sure.
Obviously, seen you grow a lot in your time here, and it seems so steady this year. I think when you look at your overall numbers coming into the game, like at least like the main ones, like maybe they don't match like the effort that you put forth. And tonight you get 3.5 tackles for loss, you get a sack, you force a fumble. I don't know, what is it just like to see like that tangible production, I guess, for you tonight?
It's great to see. I mean, it's great to know that one big thing that Coach Frazier tells us all the time is to do your job. And whenever you do your job, plays will start to come to you. So being able to know that what they say is true and being able to do my job every play and help the team out, and the plays will come for sure.
Probably case in point on the fumble you force, you just kind of keep going and you pop it out. Like, how much did that just kind of maybe jumpstart your night?
Jumpstart my night a lot, for sure. It gave me the confidence going into the game, especially being able to start fast. I think that's one thing that I've been working on all season, is starting fast in the game. So being able to do that first play helped me out a lot for sure.
Just getting back into conference play and just kind of having that goal again, and just kind of putting the other game behind you. I mean, is it a little easier to refocus, I guess, when you guys kind of lock back in and know what's ahead here?
Yeah, I'd say it's a little easier to focus knowing that we're just in conference play. So being able to go week to week and be able to go 1-0 each week is going to be really important for us.
Obviously, for you guys next week, UNLV, it's offense. They just scored a bunch of points today against Air Force. What do you think you have to do to be better to shut them down the way you did New Mexico tonight?
I think just getting to the ball, pursuing to the ball every single play, no matter what it is, I think that's going to help out our defense a lot, no matter what, and just being able to have great communication from the front end to the back end.
Yeah, just when you get recruited here, obviously immediately told like the importance of the blue and defending the blue. You've won 15 in a row now, so to uphold that standard and tradition, it's tied for the longest home winning streak in all of college football. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I think being able to really, it's a great tradition to be a part of. Being able to win on the blue and be on the blue, playing on the blue is really important to everybody in this program and in this building. So I think being able to continue that tradition and keeping it strong is very important to us.
Why do you feel like you guys have kind of started to find your stride as a defense here these last few weeks?
I think it's just we've been starting to practice a lot faster. I mean, we started a little rough, but being able to really attack practice a lot more, start pursuing to the ball and communicating helped us out a lot for sure.
You look around, you see how many guys on defense impacted this game. Like, just how encouraging is that?
Super encouraging. Just knowing that we have a defense with a bunch of guys that can play, it just helps the entire defense out for sure.
I know Spencer joked about it, but how frustrating was that penalty and then end up leading United and scoring a touchdown?
Yeah, that's unacceptable by me. That's something that I need to get fixed. I let the heat of the moment get to me, and that's something that'll never happen again. Thank you, guys.